Say Selenium class 18 Java methods, user defined methods. Say, I think in the last class we discussed Java methods introduction. In that class, I explained types of Java methods. First, we discussed what is what is method. Next, purpose of methods. Next, Java methods, types of Java methods, predefined and user-defined methods. Next, types of user-defined methods, etc. Next, come to the practical. Before that, just I am going to provide the subtypes. Say, observe the structure, Jyotirmai, Java methods. Java methods. In Java methods, we have two types of methods, two categories of methods. Predefined methods, or you can say built-in methods. We no need to write the code. We can use directly predefined methods. Next, user-defined methods. Next, observe Preeti Joshi. Predefined methods, we have several categories. Our test automation point of view, 4 categories are important. Tell me the categories of predefined methods. Tomorrow I will explain predefined methods with examples. Preeti Joshi. Categories of predefined methods.
String methods?
Yes. String methods. String methods. Methods on strings. Next.
Array methods?
Array methods. Methods on array. Say Java point of view. Java is object-oriented programming language. Everything in Java is an object. String is object. Array also object, except primitive data types. Next, number
methods.
Number methods. Next, character. Character methods, etc. These 4 categories are important for our test automation. Next, observe Smriti Pandey. Types of user-defined methods. Okay, predefined methods we will discuss tomorrow. Today, user-defined methods. What are the user-defined methods? Theory we discussed in the last session.
Yeah, so methods with returning values and methods without returning values.
Methods with return value. Observe Smriti Pandey. Here 2 important tasks. One is mandatory. Default. What is that? Performing an operation. Method performs an operation. Okay. Performing an operation. Next, simultaneously returning value. Next, another type, performing operation but returns nothing. Okay. Methods.
Yes, sir.
Methods with return value. Methods with return value. Okay. Here, what are what type?
Yes. So non-static methods.
Okay. No. Don't confuse. Performing performing operations and returning value. Returning values. Next, another is methods. Methods without, or you can say methods returns nothing. Nothing means performing operations only. Performing operations only. Okay na Preeti Joshi, any confusion?
No, sir, I'm good.
Okay, cool. Next, observe Srisha. Again, methods with return value, two types. What are the two types? Calling point of view. Calling point
call
of view.
methods, sir.
Pardon?
Call
Calling
methods,
point
sir.
of view, two types. Calling the method, calling methods by invoking object. What type of methods? Non-static methods. Next, another type, same returning value. Call methods. Next, without invoking object. Without invoking object. What type? Static methods. Static methods. Okay na Jyotirmayi, any confusion?
Sir, I am good.
Okay, cool. And one more thing, Jyotirmayi, in the second type also same. Calling methods by invoking object. Next, calling methods without invoking objects. See, first basically methods two types. Next, we are taking user-defined methods. Again, user-defined methods, two subcategories, and each category having two subcategories. See, this is the basic structure of user-defined methods. Next, come to examples. See, user-defined methods. User-defined methods. Examples. For this, Sirisha, take authorization, guide me. First I am taking this one. Sirisha. Okay na?
Yes, sir.
Guide me. First example, one. What is one? Write methods. What type of methods? With return value. With
Return values.
Return value. Okay. This is main category. Next subcategory. Suppose
Call
1A.
methods.
Calling point of view, again two categories. Call the methods. Call the methods by
invoking object.
Good. Invoking object. Type of methods, non-static. Non-static methods. Okay. Next, In
Yes, sir.
order to understand the methods, first try to understand the syntax, then example. Syntax. Observe Srisha, syntax. Just a minute. Access modifier. Access modifier. And one more thing, Sirisha, if you don't use access modifier, then it takes default access modifier. And one more thing, usually we don't consider or we don't focus on access modifiers in our test automation. Developers use access modifiers for security reasons. Why can't we focus on this one? Our test automation software testing is teamwork. We share resources among team members. Usually we prefer public access modifier, means accessible everywhere.
All
Getting
over the program. Yes, sir.
okay na, Sirisha, or any
Yes, sir.
confusion?
No, sir, it's clear.
And one more thing, 99% we don't go for private or protected etc. modifiers. Ours is teamwork. We share resources among team members. So most of the time, 99.9%, we prefer public access modifier, means accessible, that class or method or anything accessible everywhere. Okay, access modifier. Next, return type. See, we need to use data types for this type of methods also. Why? It has to return value. Return type. For static methods, no return type. Why? They won't return anything. Next, method name. And one more thing, method names should start with small letters. Class names should start with uppercase value, that is Java syntax. Next, parameters, or you can say arguments. Observe Srisha,
Yes, sir.
parameters are optional. Optional. If we don't use any parameters, just write blank parenthesis. Suppose if you want to use two parameters, write two by separating with commas. For example, username, comma, password. Suppose if you want to use three parameters, x, comma, y, comma, z.
Z.
For example, and one more thing, data type also important for this type of non-static methods. This type of method with return value. Getting this point?
Yes, sir.
Suppose if you want to write username password, string username, comma, string password. Suppose integer type, int val1, comma, int val2, comma, int val3, like that. If you don't want to use parameters, just write blank parenthesis. Okay.
Parenthesis.
Next, statements. And every normal statement should end with semicolon, that is Java syntax. Next, a return statement. Next, close parenthesis. Here, open curly braces, close curly braces. Observe the note.
Yes, sir.
Uh, uh, Parameters, methods. methods take parameters, but parameters are optional, not mandatory, optional. If we don't want to use, observe, if you don't want to use parameters, then write blank parenthesis. Okay, and
Yes, sir.
use return type, not return type, data type for this type of methods. Why? This method returns value, this type of
Value.
methods. Example, string username, comma, string password.
String spelling, sir.
What is the problem?
String spelling, sir. STRING.
Okay. Good.
Yes.
Now, okay, na?
Yes, sir.
This one optional but case sensitive. Next, suppose integer type int val1 or number 1, int val2, comma, suppose 3 parameters, int val3,
Val3.
like this. Okay, na Jyotirmari, did you understand the syntax of this usage?
No, sir.
Jyotirmari.
Yes, sir. I am just looking.
Observe.
Right methods. Yeah.
Observe. Try to understand this syntax. I think after getting the example,
Yes,
you
sir.
can get more after discussing example, you can get more clarity. Now come on, Sirisha, guide me. Launch Eclipse IDE and create a Java class.
And use that.
Okay. Then may you put me out. Observe, Sirisha. Create a method. And one more thing, Sirisha, in Selenium WebDriver chapter, in Selenium WebDriver module, we use reusable components like this one, user-defined methods, in order to reduce the project code size and for easy maintenance. There, I'm going to prepare this type of user-defined methods for login functionality, registration functionality, etc. But here in this chapter, I will provide just a general example. In Selenium WebDriver module, we will discuss test case examples. Okay. Observe.
Yes, sir.
Create a method. Okay, na? Okay. Just a minute. I'm going to define a method. Public next return type int next method name add of suppose parameters int.
Sir, it is
Hello?
Sir, is it inside main method only, sir? Sir, this is Vijay.
Vijay, yes. Outside of the main method only, but mistakenly, okay, good. Mistakenly, I am writing within main method. It will show error. Anyhow, we need to cut this one. See, after writing also, I need to cut this one. Okay, good. Good observation, Vijay. And num, just a minute. Num1, comma, int num2. Open curly braces. Don't confuse Sirisha. First complete the syntax, then it will remove that error.
Yes,
Suppose
you
int
have to give the statements.
result equal to suppose num1 plus num2
Num2.
semicolon. Next, return
Return value. Return statement.
suppose result. Observe Vijay, this fifth statement, performing operation, addition operation. Not only addition, you can perform any operation. Not only single line, multiple lines also. Return result. Okay. Next,
Okay, sir.
call the method, Sirisha. For calling method, first you need to create object, Sirisha, for this syntax. And one more thing, just a minute. This is writing method. Next, call methods. First, create object. You know how to create object.
Yes, sir. Class name,
Class name,
object name,
object name, any meaningful name equal to
new
new,
class name.
again class name, open and close parenthesis, semicolon. Next, call methods. What is the how to call? It returns something na. It returns. So you need to capture that one. Data type, variable name equal to object dot method. Suppose parameters are there, write values for parameters. Values for parameters, semicolon. Otherwise, if you want to just display sy, not sy, so system dot out dot println of object name dot, just a minute. This one. Now come Sirisha. Just a minute.
Sir, can I ask you a question, sir? Sir, in the syntax format, sir, we are giving here values, sir. can't we input the value, sir, like by enter the value? Can't we do like that, sir?
By
Means first, okay. No, I'm just trying to understand, sir. Is it we should do in this format only, or can we do in that format also, sir?
why you are asking
Or
this
it will be a
invalid
different.
question? Invalid question. What I told. Observe this sentence. Observe this sentence,
Yes, sir.
Vijay. Be sharp.
Yes, sir.
If you
Okay.
don't want to use parameters, just write blank parenthesis and you can input values directly in the method body.
Okay.
I'm going to show that one also.
Okay,
But
sir.
if we use parameters, what will happen?
It will be fixed value, sir.
Every time you can use dynamic values. Suppose one method is there. Suppose login method is there. If we use parameters, username, password, suppose I want to call this login method from 10 test cases. For every test case, I can use unique user ID or same user ID and password. Suppose if you don't use parameters, every time fixed values for every test case, isn't it? Hello?
Okay. Sir, how it will be fixed value, sir, if we don't use
Fixed value.
parameters?
Suppose you are not. Just a minute. Just a minute. Suppose observe one more function. One more thing. Suppose public int add2. No parameters. No parameters. Suppose int res. Anyhow, local variables you can use result also. Local variables you can result also. You can use same values also. Int res equal to suppose otherwise you can just int num1 equal to 10, num2 equal to 20. Suppose num1 plus num2, num1 plus num2. Next, return res. Now observe, Vijay, difference between first method add and add1. Add, suppose this is add1, this is add2. For add1 I used parameters, for add2 no parameters. I am using fixed values in the method body. What will happen, Vijay? Suppose I want to call this add2 method in 20 different programs. For every program fixed output na.
Yes, sir.
Suppose I want to use this first method in 20 programs. For every program I can use different input data na. Dynamic
Yes, sir.
input data are same. Suppose if you want to use same, you can use, suppose for first program num1 100, num2 200, second program num1 1000, num2 2000, you can use. Why? That is the power of parameters. If you don't use parameters, fixed values, then try to understand, Vijay, any problem?
Got it, sir.
Observe, Srisha.
Got it, sir.
Same. If it is user, if it is in testing also, same. Suppose login function 1, login function 2. Just assume for login 1, I used username, password, strings example. Suppose for second login 2, second function, second method, no arguments or parameters. So fixed values. You need to specify those values in this one. Okay now, Vijay, power of parameters.
Yes, sir.
But parameters optional. If you don't want to use, leave them.
Okay.
Now guide me, Sirisha. We have two methods now. One is with parameters, another without
And one
parameters.
without the
Okay.
parameters.
Anyhow, Vijay, good question. First, I think it was invalid question, but I provided on one more example. Okay. Now clarity increased.
Sir, can we call it
Guide
as
me.
an instance method, sir?
Pardon?
Can we call it as an instance method?
Can you call?
Non-static. Can we call this as also instance method, sir,
No,
or
no, no.
non-static
Here
method?
no instance method concept. Static,
Okay.
non-static. Both these two are non-static only. Why?
Okay.
Return something in these two methods. If you use parameters, don't use parameters, that is secondary. Primary thing is returning value apart from performing operations. Performing addition operation and returning value, so non-static method. No instance methods concept. Okay na?
Okay, sir.
Now come Srisha, create object in order to access or call those methods. Create object.
Class name.
Just a minute. Just a minute. I will write one. This one. Create a non-static method with parameters. Next, second one, create same non-static method
With
uh,
parameters.
without parameters.
So here we have given the parameters. Also.
Pardon? Just a minute. What is the problem, Srisha?
Sir,
In the above one, we have not given the parameters, sir. We did not mention in the first one.
Where? This one? Hello?
Yes, sir.
What is the problem here? Just a minute. Preeti Joshi, you are trying to ask
yes,
something now. What is the problem?
sir, on line 5,
Hmm.
when we are passing the parameters int num1, right?
Hmm.
So it should be the integer only, the parameters. So
Why you
can
are
we
asking this invalid question? Here we are going to, what is the method return type? Int.
integer? Okay.
That's why
Yes.
parameters also same.
Okay.
Suppose method return type string login. That time parameters also strings. String username,
Okay.
comma, string password, like that. Observe the method return type and parameters return type. Should be
Yes, sir,
same.
I understand.
Now ask me, Sirisha.
Nothing, sir.
Observe. Now come call create object.
Object.
Create object. What is the class name? Just a minute. Java methods. Just a minute. Object name your own. Suppose obj equal to new class name, open and close parenthesis, semicolon. Next, call methods. Call methods. Come, Sirisha, call methods.
Data type.
Just a minute. Data type. What is the method return type? Int. Suppose x equal to
Variable name. Object name, sir. Java method.
object obj dot add one num1. Suppose 1 suppose num2 2 semicolon. Next, suppose int y equal to obj observe Vijay dot add to no parameters. Anyhow, we used fixed values num1 10, num2 20. If you call this method 10 times same value. If you call add one, you can use different values. Okay. Next, suppose SYSO control space enter X. Suppose SYSO control space enter Y. And one more thing, Sirisha, this is the correct usage. Taking that value into variable. Later, if you want to print this value, you can pass the value to another method you can pass, or use this value somewhere in the program you can use. But printing directly, just printing. Okay, na? Suppose instead of this, or how can you print? SYSO control space enter obj dot add suppose 10, same output, but only output, but no passing. Suppose if you take into variable, later you can use that value. Suppose if you just print only one time activity, you cannot use that value again. Next, obj dot add to. Observe this first output, 33, this one 30. Observe this time I am going to use another value. Suppose 14, 25. I have a facility. If it is no parameters, no facility. Observe, Vijay Bhairappa, observe. Observe Vijay, 33, 30, 39, 30. Okay, na? Any confusion?
Yes, parameter values are changing.
Pardon?
Parameter values are changing, but
yes.
Without parameter values are fixed.
Without parameters, you cannot change. That value is fixed in method body. Suppose method available in another class, you cannot touch that one, isn't it?
Correct. Yeah, yeah, sir. Got it, sir. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Observe. Just a minute. This is first usage, Preeti Joshi, method with return value, call method by invoking the object. Any queries, Preeti Joshi, first one?
Sir, can you please open that Selenium? Yeah. So here, just wait. When we are calling the method on line 20, okay, so this control is going to the line number 7, and then it is no, it is going to the fifth line. This is doing all the method whatever we written, and then again it is coming back to the print the statement, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Suppose this method available in another class, control will go to another class if relation is there between these two classes.
Okay, sir.
Next,
Thank you.
welcome. Preeti Joshi, you come. Second,
Sir,
otherwise.
Sir, one question.
Sir,
in that return, no, sir, instead of sixth line, can you just write return num1 plus num2, sir, so that one line? Return num1 plus num2.
Num1 plus num2. Yes. Just a minute. Num1 plus
so that sixth line can be avoided.
Yes. Num1 plus num2 you can use. No issue. That time sixth line not required.
Not required, sir.
Without variable, without using this variable, you are directly performing the operation in return statement. Yes, we can perform.
Can you execute that?
Yes, we can execute. We can execute. Okay. Run the program.
Yeah, that's what I was.
What is the problem?
No, I was asking you, can you please run the program?
If you have any plans or implementations you practice, here, don't waste the time and follow the mainstream only. Vijay Bhairappa, you also.
Okay, sir.
If you have any plans, you try to implement while practice. If you face any problem, then mail me. I will try to provide solutions in time. Okay.
Okay.
You don't try to implement your plans in class. Actually, this is simple one. Yes, you can use num1 plus num2 in this one. No issue. Now come to Preeti Joshi. Second one, you try to focus on mainstream. If you have any plans, implement even our practical. 2. Not 2. 1B. Tell me, Joshi, Preeti Joshi. 1B. What is 1? Writing methods.
Method with returning value.
Methods with return value. Return value. Okay. Next, B. 1A we discussed. Next, 1B. What is 1B?
Writing methods.
Calling only different. Calling only different. Call methods. Call methods. First time with this time without. Without invoking any object. And one more thing, purpose same, Preeti Joshi, Jyotirmai, purpose same, static or non-static methods. Then, what is the difference between static and non-static methods? Advantages and disadvantages that I will explain in Whoops chapter, inheritance chapter. Inheritance. There you can get what is the advantage of non-static method, static method, etc. In our test automation, most of the time we prefer non-static only. Why? Through inheritance also we can access non-static methods. Anyhow, that I will explain in inheritance chapter. Observe, Preeti.
Yes, sir.
Until then you just observe how to create non-static methods and how to call. Next, how to create static methods and call. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Next, this is without invoking object. What type of method? Static method. Static method. Okay. Next, come to syntax. Preeti Joshi. Syntax. Access
Modifier.
Modifier, and I gave brief introduction, brief description about access modifier. You try to use public only. Next, non
Access modifier.
Access modifier. Here we use instead of, you can say non-access, just use static only, not other. Static. Next,
Return type.
no return type. Return. Here return type is there na. Okay. Just a minute. If it is second one, return type nothing. Good. Return type. Next, method name. Next, parameters. Just a minute. Open curly braces. Next, statements. Next, return statement. It should be end of the method body. Next, close curly braces. Any confusion, Preeti Joshi?
No, sir, I'm good.
And one more thing. Here, no method, no object creation, no object. Then how to call static methods? Calling static methods. Static methods. Call static methods. Data type. Next, variable name. Continue, Preeti Joshi. Variable name equal to
Method name.
Class name. Otherwise, you can use directly. Class name. Instead of object, just class name dot method of values for parameters. Suppose if no parameters, just blank parenthesis, semicolon. And one more thing, Vijaya, observe, note, we can call this type of methods
by class name and director.
But this type of methods without, by class name we discussed, without class name also. Without class name also means without class name means directly. Call directly. Now come Preeti Joshi.
One spelling mistake.
Just a minute. Tell me.
One spelling mistake is there, sir.
Where?
Stating.
Pardon?
Call static method, sir. Here one spelling mistake.
Yes. Good. Call static methods. Okay. Next, Preeti Joshi, come. Example. Okay, now. Suppose if you want example, I am taking another one. You guide me this time. Which one? multiplication operation. Next, in this one, just a minute. Selenium WebDriver module, I will show another data types also. Guide me, Preeti Joshi. Create two static methods with return value. One is with parameters, another is without parameters. Observe before main method or after main method, but within the class, without outside of the main method. See, create a static method with return value, without returning value. One more type also there, with return value and parameters. Next, observe, Preeti Joshi. Create a static method with return value and no parameters. First one, suppose create one, which one? Suppose multiplication, multiply. Suppose public, static, int, multiply of, suppose I want two parameters, int a, comma, int b, okay, open curly braces. Next, without this result statement also you can directly use, but try to increase the clarity. Int, suppose result equal to int a and int not required. Already we defined a asterisk b semicolon. Next, return result semicolon. Next, second method, suppose this time same multiplication. Suppose this is multiply 1, multiply 2. Suppose public static, what is the method return type? Int multiply 2 of blank parenthesis, open curly braces. Okay, this space optional. Next, just a minute. Suppose int a equal to 1, 2. Next, just a minute. Suppose 10, comma, b equal to 20, semicolon. Next, int, anyhow, result is a local variable. You can use in this body also. Result equal to a into b, semicolon. This method result fixed. Why? No parameters, fixed values. Return result, semicolon. What is the problem? Spell mistake. Return nothing. Now Preeti Joshi, call these methods. These are static methods. Int. Just a minute. Observe. Int suppose res equal to what is the class name? Java methods. Java methods dot multiply one. Suppose 7 9 semicolon. Next int res2, suppose res1 equal to Java no space, Java methods dot multiply 2, just one. Otherwise, just if you want to display, just display, suppose SYSO control space enter Java
dot multiply
Java methods dot
multiply
just a minute.
Is that one?
Case sensitive. Java methods multiply 1. Suppose 1 2. Next SYSO control space enter Java methods dot multiply 2. Multiply 2. Just a minute. Run the program. 220. But here we didn't display. SYSO enter res1 SYSO control space enter res2. Now four outputs. Okay na Vijay Bhairappa, any confusion?
No sir, no confusion sir.
Just a minute Vijay, just a minute, and I will show another usage. Now all of you familiar with creating and calling static and non-static methods. Creating and calling. Next observe Vijaya. Now come Vijaya, guide me. Calling static within static, calling non-static within static, calling static within non-static, next within static. I will show 4 flavors. Observe this one. Vijaya, we can call methods within the methods also, not only in the main program, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Suppose you are writing a method, for that method, previous method required. Suppose in previous method 10 statements are there. In second method you want to write 20 statements, but first 10 statements common for first and second methods. So you no need to write first statements again first 10 statements again. You can just call first method within the second method
Yes, sir.
Yes. What is that concept? Call methods
Multiple times sir.
Within methods. Multiple times or single time, that is different. Within methods. Okay. Now observe, I am going to create, guide me Vijaya. I am going to create, suppose new class, sample new class sample. Now we are going to create four methods. Okay na?
Okay.
Suppose first create a non-static
Before main method.
before main method. I will cut and paste.
Okay.
I will cut it. Create. Observe, Vijay, don't confuse. Here I am not going to use any parameters, but you can use parameters. Use or don't use. That is not the criteria here. Here calling methods within methods. Getting?
Okay, sir.
Now I am not using any parameters, but you can use parameters also, no issue. Create a non-static method. Create, observe, non-static methods. Next, create non-static methods. Next, create static methods. Create static methods. Just a minute. First, public suppose int add suppose int a equal to 10, next b equal to 20, next int result equal to a plus b, next return result. Okay na, Vijaya? Next, one more method, Vijaya. Public int add to suppose int c equal to 100, next result equal to suppose in order to increase the clarity I am using this one. Result plus C. Result plus C. First we need to enter result into one variable na. Variable. Otherwise you try directly. Suppose observe Preeti Joshi. Suppose create methods, create object. Suppose sample obj equal to sample obj equal to new sample of blank parenthesis semicolon. Next, suppose obj dot add semicolon. This is int. Next, return res. Observe Vijay. We are calling method within the method na.
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. Suppose if you try to use this one, this method declaration statement, suppose outside, yes, outside of the method body. Now call Bhairappa, these two. Okay, Vijaya, I will call you. Bhairappa call. Non-static na create object. Suppose sample. Anyhow, we need to create, suppose obj2.
obj2.
Another instance. Next you try to use that instant. Which one? Obj dot nothing. Sample obj2 equal to new sample of semicolon. Next, suppose int x equal to obj2 dot yard. Next, int y equal to obj2 dot yard2 add to semicolon. Next, tell me the outputs, Vijay. SYSO control space enter x. What is the x output?
X output is 30, sir.
30. Anyhow, we didn't use parameters, fixed. Next, you can use parameters also. SYSO control space enter y. What is the y output?
130.
130. 130. Run the program. What is the problem? No syntax error, but showing the problem. What is the problem? Just a minute.
Sir?
Just a minute. Try to ask Preeti.
Sir, we can call them, previously when we were calling the method, after the main method. So can we call method within the method also, sir?
No. Object required na. For non-static object required na.
Okay, sir.
Suppose you try this one. Just a minute. Already I told you, if any plannings are there, you try to use in practicals. Just follow the mainstream. Suppose obj3 program execution starts from main method. Showing error na. Observe, Preeti.
Yes, sir.
Within the method you can call another method, but you cannot call directly within the outside of the main method. Java program execution starts from main method only. Then what is the problem?
No, sir, I am good.
And one more thing, Vijay. Here you write this object creation statement within the method only, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Run the program. 30, 130, correct. Next, guide me, Vijaya. Write two static methods, Vijaya. Static methods. Yes. Suppose public static. Suppose subtraction 1. Subtraction 1. Any meaningful.
Sir, data type.
Data type. Suppose int. suppose just a minute, int a equal to 100 comma b. You can use parameters also.
Sir, M 100.
Just a minute. Next, int result equal to result equal to
A minus B.
suppose a minus b.
Return
Just
result.
a minute. A minus b. Next, minus just a minute. I'm calling that one int val equal to before that you create this one
Object.
suppose anyhow local object dot add suppose val semicolon. Next,
Return result.
return result. Okay na? Next, create one more method. Create one more method. Suppose one more static method. Public int sub2 suppose a 10 b 7 suppose a minus b plus val. What is val? What is val? Call this result means sub one. Call the sub one. Call the sub one. Just a minute. Just a minute. Before this, val equal to sub one. Observe Vijaya. Without
Yes,
class name also we can call static na.
Yes, sir. Directly.
Now observe.
Sir? Sir, in static, I mean, we won't invoke that object, sir.
In static, but what we are calling this one? What is the calling method?
In this 18th method, public static int, in that.
What is the line number?
20.
20. 20. Then what is the problem?
That is static method, sir.
Which one static method? Sub one is static method, but we are calling non-static na. Add is non-static na.
Okay, sir. I missed that one.
That's why. Observe. Next, you call those methods. Suppose you call the add one, add two. Next, just a minute. SYSO control space enter. What is that one? Sub one. Sub one. Just blank parenthesis. Next, SYSO control space sub 2 blank parenthesis. Now tell me, Bhairappa, what is the expected output for sub 1 and sub 2? Anyhow, no parameters. Sub 1, sub 2. val addition is 30. Here 100 minus 30, 70, 70 minus 30, 40. Next one, suppose a minus b, 3 plus val val sub 1.
30, sir.
Pardon?
43, sir.
43.
73, sir.
Observe, just what is val? What is val? Val is output of add na. Just a minute, last one. What is val? Output of sub 1. Output of sub 1.
Output of 43, sir. 40, sir.
40 or 43 plus na? 43 I think.
43.
43 I think.
That's what I told you.
43.
Sir, sir, I was not audible at that time when you were telling this, sir. Integer value sub 1, sir. 27.
27.
But integer value sub 1. This line, can you please explain that, sir? Only
27.
Yeah.
Here we are calling static method. The sub 1 is static na?
Okay.
How to call static methods? No object required. Class name optional.
Correct.
You can directly call. Otherwise, class name sample dot sub 1 off. Sub 1 close. Any problem?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now observe Preeti Joshi. Observe Preeti Joshi. 4 flavors we discussed, Preeti Joshi.
Yes, sir.
One is call static method within static. Call static method within static method. Okay na? You take that example. Static within static. Static within static. This sub 2, sub 1. This fourth one. Okay na?
Yes, sir.
Next, call, just a minute, call static within non-static method. Have example, non-static. Suppose add. In the second add we created non-static only. Observe Preeti Joshi. Here you call this one static also, static also. Suppose int d equal to obj2. What is obj2? I think 43. What is the problem? Not obj. Method sub 2. Sub 2. Suppose plus d. Observe Preeti Joshi. Any confusion?
No, sir.
This a method we are calling. A method is non-static. We are calling static. What is our example? Calling static within non-static. Correct. Okay na?
Yes, sir.
This is second flavor. Observe my third flavor. Call, third flavor. What is the difference between static and non-static? Advantages that I will explain in inheritance chapter. There you can get more clarity. Now just focus on how to call and how to create and call, how to create and call static and non-static methods. Next, call non-static method when where within non-static method. Observe Preeti Joshi. Suppose this add 2. Okay. In add to non-static static. Call static within non-static. Okay. Next, call non-static within non-static. Observe Preeti Joshi. Observe this add 2. Add 2.
Yes, sir.
Here we are calling this one add. This is non-static na within add 2.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is third example. Next, last flavor. Total 4 flavors. Call non-static method within static method. Static observe Preeti Joshi. This third method, sub one is static method. Within this, we are calling add. Add is non-static. Confirm, Preeti?
Yes, sir.
Next, these are creation. Next, executing methods. Now I changed some methods code. Try to observe int xy. I think 30, 130. These will change. I think 4 methods will change. Oh, last two same. 30, 173. This only change. This is 173. Okay, na Vijay, or any confusion? Vijay.
No, sir, no confusion.
And you practice 2-3 times, then you can get more clarity. And if you have any plans, try to implement. If you are successful, okay. Otherwise, mail me that code. I will try to provide the solutions. Next, come Smriti Pandey. Come Smriti Pandey.
Yes, sir.
Second one. What is that second one? Come quick. I think I introduced all flavors. Now come to second type. In second type also same. The only difference is returns nothing. Method writing methods.
Without returning value.
Writing methods. Methods perform operations but no returning value. Just a minute. Methods return nothing. Here first flavor first flavor, call methods by invoking object. This is non-static method. Quick, time is very less. Quick syntax. Smriti Pandey. Syntax.
Yes.
Here written nothing na. No need to write return type. No need to write return type. See, access modifier. Next one keyword required, that is returns nothing. Next method name, parameters optional. Just a minute. Open curly braces. Next statements. Close parenthesis. Observe Bhairappa. No return type Bhairappa. No return type. Smriti Pandey. Example.
Yes.
Example. Smriti Pandey. Example. Quick. Say. Suppose I am going to create one more class. Suppose class sample2. Generate the main method. Now create that method. What is that method? Create a non-static method. You can use parameters or don't use parameters. That is secondary. Create non-static method and returns nothing. Observe public. Returns nothing means void. Void is keyword. Observe, Smriti, void is keyword.
Okay, sir.
Public void. Suppose add. Next, suppose int a equal to 10, comma b equal to 20, semicolon. Next, int result equal to suppose a plus b semicolon. Here no returning value. Otherwise, if you want to understand this one, comparison example. Suppose comparison. Suppose within methods you can write flow control also. All programming features can be used within the methods also, but method is subprogram only. Next, if a greater than b, open curly braces. Next, SYSO control space enter a. Just a minute. A is a big number. Observe Smriti Pandey.
Yes, sir.
This method will display value. Either A is a big number or B is a big number, depends on our code.
Okay, sir.
But it is not returning value. It is just displaying the value. Displaying is different, returning is different. What's the difference?
Okay, sir.
Suppose if you return the value, it will pass the value to other pass the value to other methods or variables, etc.
Yes.
This is just a display. And one more thing, display also optional. Suppose in your method no display, just launch the application. That is one method.
Okay.
Enough. After launching, in main program, you perform verification statements. That is different. Okay. Anyhow, you can get more clarity in WebDriver chapter. Okay. A is a big number. Big number. Next, else SYSO control space enter. B is a
big number.
Big number. Close the body. After that, you call that method. For that, create object. You know how to create object. Suppose sample2 ABC. You can use any meaningful name. Equals to new class name semicolon. Next, here no passing value means no returning value. You can directly display Smriti Pandey. How to display? What is the object name? ABC dot. What is the method name? Comparison. Just a minute. Dot type C comparison. Run the program. Observe Smriti displaying na.
Yes, sir. I can't see.
Pardon?
I can't see, sir.
What is the problem, Smriti?
Yeah, I can see now, sir.
Okay,
right,
cool.
Thank you, sir.
Observe this Jyotirmai. Can you view this output? Jyotirmai. Preeti Joshi.
Yes, sir, I can see that.
Okay. Observe. Now you copy this one. Now come Jyotirmai. Jyotirmai, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Now come.
Yes, sir.
This fourth one. What is that one? 2. Writing methods. Writing methods. Okay.
Okay.
What is the flavor? Methods return nothing. Earlier we used non-static methods. This time
Now we are using
static
method.
methods. 2B. Call methods without invoking object. Okay. Now observe the syntax, Jyotirmai. Syntax. Yes. Observe another name of this method. Static method. Okay. Observe the syntax. Access modifier. And one more thing, non-access modifier is not correct term, I think. Just use static. Static only we use. We don't use other non-static modifiers like abstract, final, etc. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Next, returns nothing. For that, one keyword is there. Next, method name. Next, parameters. Open curly braces. Just a minute. Statements. Next, close curly braces. No return type. No return type. Come to this one. Example. Suppose this is the make this one as static method. Jyotirmay, make it is static.
Okay.
Public.
Static.
Void.
Comparison. Okay. Rest of the thing. Okay. You can use another method also. No issue. Here object not required. Not required. How to call? You can call method directly. Otherwise, observe sample 2 dot comparison or just what is that one method name? Comparison. Just comparison. Just comparison. Output same. What is the output? Suppose A 100. This time A is a big number. 2 times. A is a big number. Okay, na Jyotirmay?
Yes, sir.
Next, Vijay, come. Last example for the day. I think we discussed all flavors. 2 into 2, 4. Next one, different usage. Observe Vijay. Observe usage of small concept. Usage of user defined methods. One is internal use. Observe Preeti Joshi also. Internal use. Another is external use. Internal use, external use. What is internal use, Preeti Joshi? Create and call methods within the same program or class. Same class, or you can say program. Next, creating, okay, just calling. Call methods from another class. From another class or program. Bhairav, Vijay, are you following?
Sir, no, sir. Can you please tell once again, sir? Usage of defined methods, internal usage.
Internal use means creating, and now we use it. Internal use means in the same class or program we created and called. Next, external use means create methods in first class, call in another class, second class or third class. Here, no complexity, isn't it?
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay. Just for example, I'm using one or two methods. Static or non-static, forget about those. Anyhow, in inheritance chapter, you can get more clarity. Observe Bhairappa. First class 1. Class 1. ABC new class. You can use any meaningful name. Just understanding point of view, I'm using class 1. In this class 1, I'm going to create one method. Is it static or non-static? Parameters or no parameters? Forget about those. Those are secondary things. Okay. Public int add int a. I think all of you familiar with all flavors of methods. Int b, open curly braces. Okay, next int res result. Int result equal to a plus b. All of you put mute. Next return result. Anyhow, it is static method. Non-static method. No static keyword. Call the method. For calling this method, object required class 1. Suppose obj1 equal to new class 1 open and close parenthesis semicolon. Okay, next call the method. Suppose int int res equal to obj1 dot add suppose 10 comma 20. You can pass dynamic values every time. Next, suppose if you want to display res, I think it will show as per input data 30. Run the program. Observe Preeti Joshi 30. Preeti Joshi. Observe Preeti Joshi. I think Bhairappa struggling adding and disconnecting and connecting. Observe Preeti Joshi. New.
Yes, sir.
Class 2. Generate this one. Observe. And one more thing. Anyhow, you can get more clarity in inheritance chapter, Preeti Joshi. Suppose we are calling methods from another class in the same package. Here class 1 and class 2 available in same package called ABCD. So no inheritance required. When inheritance required, I will show in inheritance chapter. Now you don't focus on inheritance, just call without anything. Observe Preeti Joshi, class 2. Now create method. Create object. Preeti Joshi, create object.
Class 2.
Suppose obj2 equals to new class 2, new class 2 semicolon. Next call the object. Suppose int x equals to obj2 obj2 dot What is that method name?
obj1.
Oh,
Class 2.
class 2 without
Addition.
inheritance, non-static class members na. Okay. Okay, Preeti Joshi, I forgot one mistake. I forgot one thing. It is non-static class members. For calling non-static class members, that inheritance concept required. Anyhow, that we will discuss later. Just I am going to use inheritance. How to inherit? Inherit means reuse. How to inherit classes using extends keyword
Extends.
class 1. Class 1. Just a minute. Dot now add available. Suppose 1, 2, 2, 3. Suppose if you want to display this one, SO control space enter. Run the program. Nothing. I didn't write. I didn't write nothing. Okay. Run. Observe Preeti Joshi. Preeti Joshi. This usage is called external use, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
That add method available in first class.
Class.
Example class 1, that is parent class for class 2. Next, you come to class 1. Here, this add method, here usage is internal use. Why? This add method created in the same class. Getting?
Yes, sir.
Observe, this is class 1. This is here calling optional. Observe class 1. Next, just a minute. Class 2. Oh, not this sample 2. Class 2.
Class 1.
Class 2. We inherited means reused. Just a minute. This is class 2. Class 1, class 2. Now, just a minute, Preeti Joshi. Suppose in this class 2, one more method. Suppose public int sub of, okay, no parameters. Just a minute. This is local method. This one int a equal to 100, comma b equal to 45, comma next int result equal to a minus b. Next, return result. Just a minute. Int suppose y equal to obj2 dot sub Next, SYSO control space enter Y run the program 3555. Just a minute. 3555. Now observe Preeti Joshi. The sub is local method created within second class 2. And one more thing, you can reuse parent class methods and you can create methods in the home class also. Getting this point?
Yes, sir.
Suppose in your class you created 10 methods. Suppose you are reusing methods from parent class. In the parent class, 10 methods also available. Another 10 methods available. Total 20 methods can be used in second class, local and other methods.
Yes, sir.
Now observe Preeti Joshi. Now Bhairappa, Vijay, are you there? Vijay.
Yes, sir.
Earlier you
Yes,
asked,
sir, I'm there.
observe Vijay. You asked, now this one. Which one? This second one. Second one. What type of usage? I am saying it is internal use. Internal use. Why?
Within the same class and...
Yes, this sub method created in the same class. Creating and calling within this class only. Next, I am saying this 11th statement. This is external use. External use. What is external use?
Another class.
Yes, we are calling method from another class. But in that class, just a minute. The same add method. This is internal use only. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. Just a minute. Just I will try one different usage. Just observe class 1. Suppose int y equal to obj 1 dot no available. Suppose obj2 dot, just a minute, dot nothing. What you find, Vijay?
Means we are not able to find the method which is not being called.
We are not able to call methods from child class. Now we are in parent class. Getting?
Okay.
Child class. No, not possible. But in class 2, we are calling method from parent class. Okay, na? And one more thing, Bhairappa, you try to create one static method, Bhairappa. Static method. Just last 5 minutes. Static method.
So public static.
Suppose public static. Okay, now it is called static. You remove this usage. It is optional. Go to second one. I think how to call this one? Using class name rdirect. Okay, na?
Value, sir. Through variable integer.
Just a minute. Int
Value
x
value
equal to what is the method name? Add class name optional. Class name optional.
Add
10, comma 30.
30.
Just a minute. Okay, na? SYSO control space enter X. This is static method without class name. No object required. With class name or without class name, you can call it. Okay, A plus B 40. Now call this one. Suppose just remove for some time. Remove for some time. What is this one? Class 2 na. Just a minute. Class 1 dot add 1 comma 2. Now I am using class 1 reference Bhairappa.
Okay, sir.
Class 1 reference. Int y equal to. No inheritance. No inheritance. Suppose SYSO control space enter y. Run the program 3. Okay. Observe Bhairappa. Just a minute. This is without inheritance. Without inheritance. I will make it fade the nodes. Next class 2. Class 2. Suppose if we use with inheritance, Bhairappa, with inheritance, extends class 1. Suppose observe Bhairappa. Now no class name, or you can use local class name. Local class name. Observe Bhairappa. This time I used inheritance. Okay na?
Okay, sir.
Just a minute. I will show for non-static also. Actually, I forgot that one. Suppose make non-static just last 2 minutes. Class 1 make non-static. Suppose non-static. You know how to create, how to call non-static object required. What is the class name? Suppose class 1 obj1 equal to new class 1 open and close parenthesis semicolon. Next, just a minute. Next, int res equal to obj1 dot add suppose 1 comma 2 semicolon. Next, SYSO control space enter res. Run the program, it will show 3. Any problem? Where is the problem? In second. Okay, you just remove this one. You remove this extends first. Run the program. 3. Observe Bhairappa. 3. Next, in this class 2 Bhairappa, without inheritance Bhairappa. Earlier with inheritance na. This time.
Yes, sir.
Without inheritance, I am going to call that one. How to call? What is that object? obj1 na.
Sir.
Suppose int x equal to obj1 dot obj1 dot nothing coming. Suppose extends class 1. Class 2 extends class 1. What is that one? Just a minute. The class 1 obj1, okay, x equal to obj1 dot here object not working, this one. Observe, Bhairappa, object is not working now.
Yes, sir.
But for static it is working now.
Yes, sir.
Here you need to create one more object. Already we created that one. Okay na? This last example I have some problem. I have some doubts. Anyhow, that we will discuss later. Now observe, I'm going to close the session. Observe Vijaya. Observe Vijaya. Today we discussed Java user-defined methods. Two types. One is writing methods with a return value. Next, writing methods without return any value, or returns writing methods return nothing. Next, in the first one, writing methods with return value, two flavors. One is call methods by invoking object. Next, call methods without invoking object, that is static. By invoking object, non-static. The second one also same. And last we discussed two other concepts. One is internal use, another is external use. Usage of user defined methods. Internal use means creating and calling methods. Creating and calling methods within the same class or program. Next, external use means calling methods from another class. This is about today's session. Any queries? First, Jyotirmai, any queries regarding this today's session?
No, sir, I am good. Thank you.
Welcome. And one more thing, several times I told, if you have any plans, implement, practice, then you can get more clarity. Next, okay. Vijay. Vijay.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Welcome. Welcome. Pavani. Pavani.
No, sir. Thank you.
Welcome. Preeti Joshi.
I'm good, sir. Thank you.
Welcome. Smriti Pandey.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Okay. We will meet tomorrow, same time. Thank you.